Welcome to Stoic Path, your resilient guide on the journey to wisdom and self-mastery. In our quest for personal growth, one question often emerges as a beacon in the fog of life's complexities. What does it truly mean to be free? Is freedom a distant dream shaped by our external world, or is it a closer reality, woven into the very fabric of our being? Today we delve into how to unlock your freedom. A journey not just of understanding, but of transformation. Join us as we uncover the Stoic perspective on what freedom truly means and how the power of choice is the key to unlocking it. The Stoic perspective on freedom. Delving into the Stoic perspective on freedom, we discover it's less about external circumstances and more about internal resilience and autonomy. Stoicism teaches that true freedom arises from within, through the mastery of our thoughts and emotions. It's a freedom that remains steadfast, regardless of life's unpredictable changes. Consider a typical scenario. You're facing a challenging situation at work, perhaps a project with shifting goals and constant pressure. The Stoic approach isn't to wish for an easier project, but to find freedom in how you respond to these challenges. It's about seeing obstacles as opportunities to exercise patience, creativity, and resilience. Famous Stoics, like Epictetus, who lived as a slave before gaining his freedom, taught that external factors don't bind us. Rather, it's our reactions to them that do. He believed that understanding and practicing this form of internal freedom was the highest form of living. How can we, in our lives, attain this perspective on freedom? It starts with a shift in focus. Instead of trying to control the uncontrollable, the actions of others, the course of events, concentrate on what you can control: your reactions, your mindset, your values. Each day, take moments to reflect on how you've responded to life's challenges and ask yourself if these responses align with the Stoic ideal of internal freedom. The power of choice. The power of choice is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing that our freedom is ultimately determined by our choices. Stoicism posits that while we can't always control what happens to us, we always have the power to choose our response. This principle asserts that true autonomy lies in our decision-making process. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. The typical reaction might be frustration or stress, but the Stoic choice is to use this time reflectively or peacefully, perhaps listening to an audiobook or practicing deep breathing. This shift from reaction to choice is a quintessential example of Stoic empowerment. Historically, Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, faced immense pressures and responsibilities. Yet, he consistently emphasized the power of choice in his writings. He believed that our responses to life's challenges should be guided by reason and virtue. To practice the power of choice in your life, begin by acknowledging that in every situation, no matter how difficult, you have a choice. This could be as simple as choosing a positive attitude over a negative one, or as significant as making life-changing decisions that align with your core values. Remember, each choice you make is a step towards or away from the freedom you seek. By making choices grounded in wisdom and virtue, you exercise your innate power and move closer to the Stoic ideal of true freedom. Embracing change. Embracing change is an essential Stoic practice for unlocking freedom. Change is as constant as the flowing river, yet we often fear and resist it. In our everyday lives, change manifests in myriad ways. A sudden shift in job roles, a move to a new city, or even a change in our personal relationships. It's natural to feel discomfort in these situations. However, the Stoic wisdom invites us to embrace these changes, not as obstacles, but as pathways to growth and development. The Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, exemplified this through his reign as a Roman emperor amidst war and political turmoil. He saw change not as a disruption, but as a natural order of the universe, an opportunity to practice virtue and resilience. In your life, embracing change could mean viewing a job loss not as a setback, but as a chance to explore new opportunities, or seeing the end of a relationship as a moment to grow and understand yourself better. To embrace change, start by acknowledging your feelings towards it. Recognize that change is inevitable and often beyond your control. Instead of resisting, ask yourself, how can this change help me grow? By adopting this mindset, you transform change from a source of anxiety into a catalyst for personal development. Developing self-control. Developing self-control is a cornerstone of Stoic freedom. It's about mastering our impulses and reactions, the inner tempests that can lead us astray. Consider a common scenario. You're facing a deadline and the stress is mounting. The urge to procrastinate or lash out in frustration is strong. Here, self-control means choosing to focus, to remain calm, and to persevere. Historical Stoics like Seneca embodied self-control in their lives, facing trials and tribulations with a composed mind. Seneca, despite facing immense pressure and eventual exile, maintained his composure and rationality. He saw self-control not as a suppression of emotions, but as a rational governance of them. To develop self-control, begin by identifying your triggers, those moments that spark impulsive reactions. Practice pausing before responding, taking deep breaths, or stepping away momentarily. Over time, this practice builds your ability to respond with rationality rather than react impulsively. Remember, self-control is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Finding contentment within yourself. Finding contentment within yourself is a core Stoic principle, emphasizing internal fulfillment over external achievements or material possessions. It's about discovering joy and satisfaction in who you are and what you have, rather than constantly seeking more. Consider a simple example. You're enjoying a quiet evening at home. The Stoic way is to find contentment in this moment, appreciating the peace and solitude, rather than feeling discontented for not doing something more exciting or productive. Famous Stoics like Seneca and Epictetus found contentment not in wealth or status, but in wisdom and inner peace. Seneca, despite his wealth, emphasized simplicity and inner richness. Epictetus, born into slavery, found contentment in his freedom of thought and his ability to choose his attitude in any circumstance. To find contentment within yourself, start by practicing gratitude. Reflect daily on the things you are thankful for, no matter how small. Cultivate an attitude of enough, recognizing and appreciating what you have rather than fixating on what you lack. This shift towards gratitude and simplicity paves the way for true contentment, rooted within rather than in external conditions. Cultivating resilience. Cultivating resilience is about developing the inner strength to bounce back from life's challenges and adversities. It's a recognition that while we cannot control every aspect of our lives, we can control how we respond to and recover from difficulties. For example, imagine facing a rejection, be it a job application or a personal endeavor. The Stoic approach is to view this not as a failure, but as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become more resilient. Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius faced immense challenges, from political strife to personal loss. Yet, they remained resilient, viewing adversity as a natural part of life and an opportunity for growth. Marcus Aurelius, in particular, saw hardships as a way to practice virtues like patience, endurance, and strength. To cultivate resilience in your life, start by reframing how you view challenges. See them as opportunities to develop character and strength. When faced with a setback, take time to reflect on what you can learn from it and how it can contribute to your personal growth. Building resilience is a gradual process, requiring patience and persistence, but it is a key step in finding freedom and contentment in life. Living according to virtue. Living according to virtue, a fundamental Stoic practice, is about aligning one's actions with moral principles and values. Stoicism identifies 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Practicing these virtues in daily life, from the smallest acts to significant decisions, is key to a fulfilling life. In a practical scenario, this might mean choosing honesty over deceit in your professional life, or demonstrating patience and understanding in challenging personal relationships. The Stoic philosopher Cato the Younger exemplified living according to virtue. Despite political turmoil and personal risk, he consistently chose actions that aligned with his principles, valuing integrity above personal gain. To live according to virtue Begin by identifying your core values and principles. In your daily actions and decisions, ask yourself whether they align with these virtues. It could be as simple as practicing kindness in your interactions, or as significant as making career choices based on your principles. Living according to virtue is about consistency between your values and your actions, a harmony that leads to inner peace and contentment. Practicing mindfulness and reflection. Practicing mindfulness and reflection is about being present in the moment and introspective about one's thoughts and actions. Mindfulness involves focusing on the present, observing thoughts and feelings without judgment. For instance, while having a meal, it's about truly experiencing the taste and texture, being fully engaged in the act of eating, rather than distractedly scrolling through your phone. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius practiced reflection through journaling, a method to ponder daily experiences and learn from them. His work, Meditations, is not just philosophical doctrine but a personal diary, a testament to the power of reflection. To practice mindfulness and reflection, try to incorporate moments of awareness into your daily routine. It could be a few minutes of meditative breathing in the morning or reflective journaling at night. When you're engaged in an activity, try to be fully present, observing your thoughts and reactions. This practice enhances self-awareness and promotes a calm, focused mind, essential for personal freedom and growth. As we come full circle in our exploration of how to unlock your freedom, we return to the essence of our journey, the Stoic Path, your resilient guide. We've delved into the transformative Stoic principles, embracing change, developing self-control, finding contentment within, cultivating resilience, living according to virtue, and practicing mindfulness and reflection. Each principle, a thread in the tapestry of freedom, weaves a pattern of inner strength and tranquility. Remember, the Stoic journey to freedom is not about external alterations, but internal revolutions. As you step forward from here, which of these Stoic keys will you turn first in the lock of your personal freedom? How will you embrace the wisdom of the Stoics in the tapestry of your everyday life? Thank you for joining us on this profound exploration. May your journey ahead be filled with wisdom, strength, and, most importantly, the freedom that resides within you. If our paths have aligned and you've found guidance and insight in our journey together, consider joining our community with a subscription. Your support fuels our shared quest for wisdom. Best of luck in your beautiful life, and remember, on the Stoic Path, freedom is not just a destination, it's a way of living. Until next time, walk courageously and freely.